What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Kiskapades podcast. Today I have two special guests with me, and I'll just let them introduce themselves before we start rolling. As you can see today, the setup is like, hard custom make this for... So it better be worth it, guys.
Fair enough.
So just let's start with you. Just introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself, and then I'll take it from there after he introduces himself as well.
Okay.
So who are you, bro?
I'm Malesi.
Yeah.
Malesi Mixes on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a bartender. I'm not a mixologist, I'm a bartender.
Okay.
I like cocktails, and anything that goes with cocktails is my vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proper.
Yeah.
Kevin here.
Uh-huh.
Hello. I'm also not a mixologist. I'm an intoxicologist.
First of all, you're off the frame, bro. I was just squeezing.
Oh, sorry.
Squeeze you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, intoxicologist.
Yeah. Wait, you're a?
Intoxicologist.
Okay.
So
What's that?
all your intoxication needs. Here to help.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. Kevin, Instagram, Kevin AD.
Okay.
Yes. But
So
we are together, we are
TheBarSage's.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I've seen you guys making a lot of noise online and in a very creative way.
Mm-hmm.
As we said, this space is there to be consumed by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always like a disconnect between like the slightly older guys and the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I can clearly see how your visibility has made a very big difference.
Thank you so much.
You guys are making like crazy moves.
Thank you.
Yeah. And as much as even just for making noise, we're also trying to
put the mic closer to...
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're also trying to get people
Yeah.
to understand what it is we're doing and create like awareness for cocktails and cocktail culture and decent drinks. That's what we're trying to do. That's what the noise is for, as well as just building the brand.
Yeah.
It's also to just like people will see something interesting and be like, oh, what's this? And then click to find out and so on.
Proper. So now I just want to know how like each of you like just started off. Okay. And even before we get to that, like what did you want to do when you were growing up? Let's start with that.
Okay, growing up, I've always wanted to be a pilot actually.
Wow.
I love flying. And after high school, actually, I went to try it a bit for like 3 months. Things didn't go well.
What? You crash up?
Yeah.
That's not a good joke. I don't want to say crash a plane. It's not a good joke. What happened?
I didn't have enough funds to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it just happened like I started off actually in art cafe. Yeah, as a waiter.
Wow.
Yeah, that was 2010. Yeah. Yeah.
Did they treat you well?
Yeah, nice welcoming.
No, you can just say.
Honestly, art cafe is the best place to start as if you're in this business. Yeah, there's a lot to learn actually.
Yeah, they have very good standards in terms of trainings and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you want to grow up and like how did you end up like getting people high?
Initially, I thought I wanted to be something to do with biology, maybe marine biology or something like that.
Wow.
And then
I didn't know about this.
Says your friend.
And then after high school, I was on a gap year, and I got an opportunity to work at a bar. Yeah. So I also started out as a waiter.
Speaking to the mic.
I also started off as a waiter. And
where?
At Kipasa.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. And then I tried bartending a little bit, and I fell in love.
At the same location?
Yes, at Kipasa. And then I grew from there, but then I wasn't able to continue bartending per se because I was moved into management, and I've been in that role pretty much ever since until we started BarSage. But I've always had the love for bartending and the craft, and I've always been very driven with creating new flavor profiles, playing with ingredients, that kind of stuff. That's like my
excitement.
love. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say somebody who's watching you guys like on Instagram and they're always constantly like just admiring what you guys do. What are some of the hurdles that you guys like just went through before you found like your lane? Because like you said, where you started off like as a waiter.
As a waiter,
yeah. But what are some of the hurdles you faced before like you just found your lane, like, and then you decided like, what, this is what works for me? Because it shows like even from your videos and pictures that you guys are actually happy at that space where you're in.
Actually, I'll say it's the older guys who have been working in the bar industry.
Yeah.
It's it's very hard for them to welcome you. Actually, if you're a new guy, it's any industry, it happens like that.
Yeah.
And that's I'll say that's the biggest challenge that I face personally. And knowing the staffs, like for me, I grew up in a Christian family. Like the first time I went to a bar, I was like I think 21 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a brew bistro. Okay, at cafe, at cafe bars are not that big by 2012, by 2010 there was just small bars, coffee shops.
Yeah.
But the moment I saw a real bar, it was a brew bistro on Gong Road. Yeah. I still remember that day. I went in, I was like, wow. I saw the bartenders, they were having fun behind the bar. I said, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
The next day I came, I interviewed. They took me as a bar back. Then from there, it's been history for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How about you?
Some of the setbacks have been,
Yeah.
I don't know, the hours, the time at which everything happens in this industry.
Yeah.
It's always after dark.
We're gonna speak to the mic.
Yes,
Okay.
I am. I'm so sorry.
We need to super glue you
Yeah,
next to the
literally.
mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Just speak close to me and speak to the mic.
okay. Can we all hear me?
Yeah, we're good. We're
Okay,
good.
cool.
Yeah.
So, I think
Yeah.
because you don't have... Okay, so like if you're working, especially in this industry, you have very little like you time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're working the night shifts, you're working from like 3 or 5 till closing. That could be 2 a.m., 1 a.m., whatever. You get home, you sleep, do the same thing again. So it doesn't leave a lot of time for you to build on other things. So I think once I stopped being full-time somewhere, we got a lot more opportunity to be able to actually explore how far this can go and like really build on it.
And actually even meeting your family and friends, it's very hard. Yeah.
And actually having fun, like, it's supposed to be fun. I think now for a lot of young people, it's like enjoying what you do.
Yeah. We love what we do.
Yeah.
Even those hours, you can work even for 12 hours. Times flies.
Yeah, like
Times flies, you're
as long as you're having fun.
We're having fun behind the bar. Yeah.
So do you think, what do you think about those people who, because you guys are doing it independently, right?
Yeah.
Like you have a manager and everything.
Yeah,
That's very new in Kenya, first of all. That's very new in Kenya.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the doors and opportunities that maybe this, work of life has just opened for you guys.
Okay, I'll go first, yeah?
Yeah.
This is crazy. Bartending made me catch my first plane.
You see, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
like last year I went to New Orleans, States, and I got an opportunity also to go to Atlanta, and also this year January I went to San Antonio, Texas, all because of bartending.
You see
I
this?
went, then was it April?
I think so.
Yeah, I went to Cuba also because of bartending. Yeah, so it's something
like
amazing.
your passport is happy that it was before.
Yeah.
And you see, that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like even now on Instagram, a lot of people are lost because, let's say, when they see Malaysi, like hopping from one state to another, they're like, man, I want to do this. Now they would start emulating him instead of like finding their own path, so that they can also like open these doors or opportunities that are meant for them.
Exactly.
You can actually do anything. This is a perfect example. You can do anything with your life, and you can actually fly with passion.
Like you said, like fast flight.
Yeah.
And before that, did you see yourself like taking a flight?
Never ever. No, I was supposed to be flying planes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like, but you see how that actually turns out.
Yeah.
Instead of like, even though that was like something you're seeing like as a kid, and now you've just started traveling and networking and also guessing with people and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you? Remember the question?
No, I don't. Something about doors open.
What doors and opportunities has like, just this career path opened for you?
Honestly, I think the biggest one is just to be able to do something that I'm very passionate about. I think that's one of the biggest doors, because I couldn't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
And I'm just very lucky that I get to do what I do.
Yeah.
And also, I mean...
And doing it very good, man.
Yeah. Trying
First of all, are you Kenyan, first of all?
Colombian.
You just...
Kenya in the middle, because I am
This Kenyan.
Canadian?
Part Canadian and part Irish.
But you've been raised...
Born and raised.
Okay. So,
Yes.
so
So
what...
it's Kenyan.
Oh, so it's Kenyan, So any other opportunities that you think maybe they haven't Because I haven't heard you like talk about like your passport going crazy like Malaysia.
Oh, so my passport
Yeah.
is going to start going crazy.
Yeah,
So you see,
yeah.
the thing he went for to New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's this big festival that happens called Tales of a Cocktail,
Yeah.
and it happens in New Orleans once a year. So I mean, this is 20,000 people from the drinks industry all over the world
Wow.
meeting in one
Such
place.
a big deal.
So what
Such a
happens?
big deal, yeah.
Like for him to go, he had to apply.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing. I applied, and I think when he went, he was one of 2 Africans that
Wow.
were accepted.
Yeah.
So now
Actually, I was
also,
the only
The only
guy from Africa, yeah.
yeah.
What?
So now same
Yeah.
thing for me. So I applied, and
Yeah.
I'm going. I should be going on Friday next week.
Over
Hopefully.
2,000 applicants all over the world, and they
Yeah.
only take 40 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.